life ain't been nothing but miraculous. He left the windows wide open and the blessings keep flowing. God's got a little something, 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 something with my name on it, yeah. Favor ain't fair, but it sure feels fabulous. Living life ain't been nothing but miraculous. He left the windows wide open and the blessings keep flowing. God's got a little something, something with my name on it. Got a revelation setting in church one day that God don't always call those who are qualified, but He qualifies those whom He calls. That's for Him to decide.
There we go. What is up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to InnerView, a live discussion. I am your host, Mayroy Music. And today we are going to be talking about my experience at the Lava Hookah Lounge. I was supposed to have gone to a comedy show. And so we're going to talk about that whole experience. So I want you to take some time before we get into that to hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, hit follow. Leave a comment, say hi to me in the comments, and tag somebody. Let them know that there is somebody on who thinks like they think and it wants to talk about it. So today we're going to talk about the Lava Hookah Lounge. So I was supposed to go to a comedy show yesterday. Y'all, I'm in my comfy blanket. So don't talk about me. But so I was supposed to go to to a comedy show yesterday. And I went. It's the flyer said it started at 8 o'clock. It actually started at 9 o'clock, but we'll get all down to all of that. Let's start at the beginning of the time that I started to get ready. Right. So I got off of work at 6 o'clock. And I haven't been to a comedy show in I don't know how long. Hang on. Before we get into this, I have some videos that I want to play. All right, I want to play some videos. This is actually going to tie in with an announcement that we're going to make in just a few minutes. So before we get into this show, let us take a look at this. Hey, come on, that reminds me of Paradise all day long. Paradise and Men's Paul, actually, the first two churches that I joined here in Wichita. Child, now that I'm older, I respect that and I love that kind of stuff. Child, when deacons get to going, I'm talking about the good deacons. When they get to going, oh my God, I love that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. Do I have one more? I'm gonna save that one for last. But what I will do next is, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We have InnerView Spotlight, a community event next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. There will be a workshop hosted by Cornerstone Community of Faith Church at 2533 East Harry. Workshop, old school church style workshop and concert presented by DeAndre Rogers. Thursday the 22nd, Friday the 23rd, and Saturday the 24th. All days the rehearsals and program begins at 6:30. The cost for the workshop is only $10, y'all. That is not a lot. Remember how it used to be when it was like $3, $5, $10, $15, $20. Now it's about $30, $40. You got to take a loan to go to a workshop. This is reasonable. Only $10. You're going to get some good music. You're going to get a good experience at the workshop. Trust me, I promise you that it's going to be a good experience, and you are going to walk away enriched by it. $10. If you don't have it, let me know. I will give it to you. So yeah, I think that's all that I have to say about that. So yeah, I am going to go, and I hope to see a lot of you all there as well. I hope y'all heard that. I hope I didn't just mess up. Let me see if that worked. Okay, good. For some reason, on my few other videos, when I would do this, it would cut off the sound. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, all right, so let's get down to it. My adventure at the Lava Hookah Lounge. First of all, my anxiety was at 100 because I had worked all day and I was tired. And then by the time I got off work, I didn't want to go, honestly. But I was like, okay, Roy, you can either succumb to your anxiety and stay in the house and not socialize, or you can make this an enjoyable experience and an adventure. Look at it from that standpoint, because I like adventures. You know, I like to learn new things. I like to meet new people. So, and this was Valentine's Day, so I was like, okay. And the one reason I didn't want to go is because this was like a couple show. Well, it wasn't a couple show, it was Valentine's Day show. So you know people are going to be there with their loved ones or their boyfriends and girlfriends and all that. I was going to be there, the single one. Or so I thought. I was going to be the only single one. And so that brought on some anxiety. And crowds bothered me. I figured that it was going to be a lot of people. You know, in my mind, when I hear comedy show, I do, because people like to laugh. So I'm expecting people there to be a lot of folks there. So anyway, so crowds bother me. So I had that part of the anxiety. And so if you know anything about anxiety, how mine works in my mind is that my mind creates scenarios, and it has to have a solution to each scenario. And I have to feel good about each of those solutions. If I don't feel good about those solutions, then my mind won't stop trying to solve those solutions. That's how my anxiety works. And so what a lot of people see on my face where it looks like I'm mad or, you know, whatever it is, it ain't that. Is I done trailed off and I'm trying to solve this problem that ain't even happening. You know, that's how anxiety works. So I had that going on in my head because of crowds and people and comedians, you know, sometimes they can go in on you. So I was like, okay, I set all that to the side and I said, okay, Roy, you're going to go. Then I had to fight with, what am I going to wear? Like, should I dress up? This is my ginger ale. Yes, I drink it right out of the thing. Sells my stomach and my throat, you know. So anyway, I settled on just some jeans and a hoodie. I'm like, okay, this is probably, you know, it's a bar, it's a club, so I didn't try to dress up. I'm glad I didn't. It was casual comfort anyway, except for this one woman. I don't know. I think she may have been the host. I'm not sure who she was. I think her name may have been Bam. I'm not sure who she was, but she came in a whole prom gown, a whole ball gown, Henny. She had it was pink, it was cute, and I think she had on like a white. See, now my comedian is kicking in, but she had on a white faux fur. But she had on this ball gown. It was pink, very satin, pinkish. I think it had two materials, satin up top and some other material at the bottom. It was shiny, had little silver jewelry and stones and all that. It was cute. But I was like, Okay. I was thinking, well, maybe her and her boyfriend, this is a date night. Maybe that's what they're doing on their date night. I was like, okay, I'm all for that. Theme date nights. If you date me, theme date nights. Um, so that's what I thought it was, but no, that was not what it was. That's what she wore. That's what she wore. But she was cute, light skinned. She was very short. She was cute. I was eating fries. Oh, hold on. Let me get to it. Okay. So casual comfort. She had on the shawl. And then so I got in the car and I was driving, turning on my music, driving down, just straight shot up 21st Street. So it was a calm drive. Nothing real eventful there. You know what I mean? I get to the building, and so I'm thinking it's by Spangles, and I think there's a Jiffy Lube across the street, 21st and Woodlawn area. There's a Spangles, Subway, some cell phone place, and then back there's an Indian restaurant, I think a massage parlor, and some other stuff around there. Well, I thought it was on that end where the Spangles and Subway is, but I had to drive. I didn't have to, but I drove around, and it's on the other side of the Spangles, next to like a Speedy Cash or some check cashing place. It's in a shopping center sort of situation. Y'all know, if you live in Wichita, Kansas, then you know what I'm talking about. 20-person Woodlawn by the gas station. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. It looked really nice from the outside looking in. It was cute. I like it. No issues. I didn't like the sign. I don't like the sign, like the logo. I don't know. It doesn't really catch my eye. It looks like it's too much going on. Says me. But I think it's the colors. I don't know. It just didn't look, it's not eye-catching. But it still was fine. No big deal. It had a little outside patio. And then it had two doors. One door, I guess, was to the bar, like maybe a back door entrance or a side door entrance. And the other one was to the hookah bar part. If that makes sense. So you go in, maybe that was the actual entrance. So I'll go in. Well, first of all, when I get there at about 8 o'clock, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of people in the parking lot. So I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe they just haven't started yet. Stuff like this takes a while to get started. The guests got to get there and all this kind of stuff. So I had the preliminary stuff. So I get it. So I was like, okay, I'll just go in and see what's up. So I walked in, and when you go in, there is like the hookah bar where you buy all the hookah juice. Hookah juice, not the hookah juice. Lord help us today. And I've never done hookah, so I don't know what it's like. I didn't even do it last night. I was tempted to, but I didn't know what it was. Like, I don't know if it's nicotine or if it's just flavored air. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to do nicotine. So, but anyway, so you go in, there's a whole bar. They have the juice, the hookah juice choices. There's the little setup where you show your ID and pay your money. The guy was there. He was really nice. There was some other lady there. I don't know who she was. She was looking in her purse. But there was a guy there. He was really nice. He didn't ask me nothing. He asked me for my ID. I showed my ID. And then I just walked in. He didn't ask me for any money or anything. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, well, maybe they didn't start yet. Maybe they start charging at a certain time or whatever. So I walked on in, and there was nobody. There was like maybe 6 people there, 7, 8 people, scattered throughout. They were enjoying the scenery, doing their thing. It was a very nice lounge. I want to say the feel is very comfortable. People are very friendly. It was very laid back. I felt relaxed. I felt comfortable, although I was still in an anxiety state. But I was cool. It was cool. It wasn't a red alert. So I walked to the bar. Well, I walked around looking for a place to sit, and I was looking for my friend because I thought she was going to be there. She was performing, but none of the artists were there, except maybe one guy who was sitting in like maybe a VIP section. I'm not sure who he was. Nobody introduced him. He didn't say who he was or anything. But I went up to the bar. I don't even know if the bartender was there. I'm not sure I'm not sure what was going on. Later on, I found out that the show actually started at 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. So I was an hour early. Already my anxiety was like, okay, Roy. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it some time. So I sat there, went to the bar. I had a whiskey sour. He asked me, you want a single or a double? He must have known that I was a little, anxious. Nice man. We had a little conversation. I said a double. He's like, okay. So he gave me a double. The prices were very reasonable, y'all, at the Lava Hookah Lounge. Not only was the atmosphere very vibe, but the prices were very good. So I sat there and sipped on my whiskey sour, and he made it good and he made it right. And then I moved to like a little table. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit here and wait for the show to begin, whatever. And so then I think the owner of the bar came in and was like, he apologized for it starting late. There was a miscommunication with the flyer. The show is actually supposed to start at 9, doors open at 8:30, whatever he was saying. And everybody was like, okay, cool. So I went back to the bar after I finished my whiskey sour quickly. It was very good. And got another one. And some fries. And then I went back and sat down, sipped on my drink, and ate my fries. And then the DJ came and put on some music. And oh my God, he was playing some good music. I don't know what rotation he was playing, but it was good. It was good. It had me dancing. It was good. I enjoyed it. It was like 80s, 90s-ish. It was good music. I would go back. I definitely would go back. I would go back for the food, the drinks, and the vibe. I like it. And so I'm sitting there eating my fries, jamming to the music, singing my song. And then this lady comes in, the one I was telling you about in the pink prom dress. She came around and she was going around asking people, now I know, asking people if they had paid, because the guy at the door didn't charge anybody. And so she came to me, she's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. In her prom dress and her shawl. Very cute and full face of makeup. I was like, I'm doing good. How you doing? And we chit chat a little bit, and she was like, how's your day going? I'm like, it's going pretty good. How's your day going? So I see you ready for tonight. She was like, oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day and all this other stuff. And then she's like, oh, I'm hungry or something like that. Somehow we started talking about food. Somehow, some way, somehow. And so I was like, yeah, I'm you see, I got some fries. Would you like some? She was like, yeah. I said, you ain't got to be ashamed, honey. I ain't that kind of person. I like to share, so you can eat it. You can have some. And she had some fries. And we sat and chatted for a little bit. And then she got up and went somewhere else. And she ordered, and later I found out she ordered her own fries and went somewhere else and ate them. You owe me 3 fries. You owe me 3 fries. Anyway, so I sat there, finished my food. I think I went live. Did I go live? I don't know if I went live or if I just recorded. I can't remember which one it was. I wonder if I can put it on here. Probably not. Because let's see, do I have it on here? Let me see if I can find if I have that footage. Excuse me, of me at the bar eating, at the club, at the comedy lounge eating. Oh. Oh man, no, I don't. I thought I recorded. Dang. I thought I had done recorded. Well, anyway. And then after that, I asked somebody about, what time does the show start? And they was like, nobody really knew. They really didn't know. And I chit-chatted with people at the door and then I left. But my overall score, if I had to give one. Hold on, I'll do it this way. Will I drink or sip at the Lava Lounge? That's my score. Drink or sip. I will drink at the Lava Lounge. Mm-hmm. I like the Lava Lounge. I will drink at the Lava Lounge. So we'll call my, like, if I go out reviews, we'll call those my drink or sips. Drink. Now it's time for drink or sip. You know what I mean? Ramada Sandara Ramada. What else was there? Oh, then so I left, got in the car, and still people weren't there. There was not a lot of people there. Some, there was not a lot of people there. There was, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 10 people there. And it was about 9 o'clock and the show hadn't started yet. So I was like, you know what? I'll catch them on the next one. And now I know to come like at 9 o'clock, or 8:30 even. But yeah, overall, it was still cool. It was still cool. I would go back. I like the vibe. I mean, the decorations, you could tell it was a man who decorated it. I think it's a man who owns it. You can tell he decorated it. It just looks so masculine and uninviting on the inside. But it's still a good vibe. It's still a good vibe. I like it. Maybe it's the way things are arranged. I think they should arrange it differently. It just looks so, I don't know, just not appealing on the inside. But like I said before, it is still a good vibe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that on February the 22nd and the 23rd and the 24th at Cornerstone Community of Faith, 2533 East Harry Street, 6:30 p.m. all days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 22nd, 23rd, and the 24th. Bishop Eric Copes will be sponsoring a workshop presented with the clinician DeAndre Rogers. Old school church style workshop and concert. It's only $10 if you want to be in the choir. Rehearsals are Thursday and Friday at 6:30 at Cornerstone Community of Faith, 2533 East Harry. All right. You can also send that Cash App, $10 to Cash App for the registration, and send that to $Cornerstone 2533. That's $Cornerstone 2533. I hope to see you all there. I will be there. I probably won't be singing at the concert. I'm not sure. I might. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know what I want to do. I ain't been in a situation like that in some years, so I don't know if I want to just sit out in the congregation and enjoy it, or do want to go in and be a part of it. But I am going to go to the rehearsals and give my 100%, so yeah, let's support our people, you guys. Let's support each other. Let's support each other. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about that workshop, not just because it's someone who I consider friends, both of those people I consider friends, acquaintances, people that I know and like, let's support them. But because I think you will get good music, you'll have a wonderful experience. You'll hear some good singing. Come on, y'all. And let's worship as friends at the workshop. I cannot wait. Next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 6:30, 2533 East Harry Street at Cornerstone Community of Faith Church, pastored by Bishop Eric Copes. The workshop is presented by DeAndre Rogers. Hope to see y'all there. Only $10. If you don't have it and you need it, let me know. I will give it to you. Well, folks, that was it at the. One other thing when I was at the Lava Lounge. So I'm there eating my fries, and I was going in. One thing, people were very friendly. I got a comment. People were very, very friendly. Hey, Santia. Oh my God. So Santia, I came across your video a few of your videos on Facebook. No, not Facebook, on TikTok. And I was going to like put you in as one of our spotlight local artists, but I didn't know how you felt about that. So let me know if you don't mind. It's just a little, whatever you put on TikTok, whatever you make public is what I use. So there's a couple of songs on there that I want to use. Oh my God. Child, the way I must have been eating that pizza. I must have been going in. Pro Pizza didn't have a chance. That's cool. Spotlight me. Okay. Because I want to, start whatever artists make public on TikTok or YouTube. I'm just going to use that, and I'll create a show out of whole songs or clips of songs, That way that gets you guys out there as well. People will know your music. People will know your face. Pizza will get you every time, girl. Child, I went in. Do you hear me? And I left some evidence. I'm about to go clean up the evidence. But yeah, so thank you. And I will do that. And I mean, if I think about it, I will let you know when a show with your clip will be played, will be aired. I appreciate you thinking about me, child. I'm trying to think of the local artists. Everything in the Hollywood about these mainstream folks is just jacking people over, and I'm like, well, dang. Let's at least give the ones who's trying for real. Let's at least let whatever I can do to give them a start, and I ain't nobody. Oh my God, my cats! I want y'all to go flush the toilet. Who went to the bathroom? Janet. Anyway, what was I talking about? Cats. Oh, so yeah, I was sitting there and this lady gave me a cute little girl. She had to be all of like 25, but she came and gave me a sucker, a lollipop, a blow pop, and said, "Happy Valentine's Day." Really cute and sweet. I was like, at first I looked at her like, "What you selling? I don't want none." But then I looked and it said love, and she had said Happy Valentine's Day, had a smile on her face. I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, sweetheart." I took it and ate it. I felt very relaxed, and I'm not that type of person in the setting like that. And I was by myself too. Anxiety normally would be at 1,000, but I felt fine. I was relaxed. It could have been those 2 whiskey sours because that man made them. Yes, he did make them. Jesse Jackson said, "You are." You know what? Yes, he did. Was it a weed lollipop? No, ma'am. It was Charms blow pop. And it had love on the wrapper. I was like, oh, that was sweet. Y'all thinking about y'all's patrons. But I would go back to the Lava Hookah Lounge. I liked it. I like the vibe. I don't like their stage. I don't like their decorations or their furniture. But I do like the vibe. It was a good vibe. If that makes any sense. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I don't like their logo. But it was still good. I would go again. It's a good place to go with people that you like. You know what I mean? Because and maybe hookah lounges are like that. I'm not sure, but they had booths. And maybe that's how it is. I've never been. But if you go with someone you like, then you guys can get yourselves a little section and just have yourself a kiki. I went there last week and it was cool. Oh, did they have a comedy show last week or did they have an open mic? I was really wanting to hear the open mic and everything. But now I know. 9 o'clock. Go at 9 o'clock. So that's what I'm going to do next. I've never smoked a hookahs. Me neither. Oh, who is Bam? Bam is a guy? Oh my God, I don't know who this lady was then. It was Uncle Bam's comedy show. Oh, so he does this every week. Okay, so he was the owner then probably. Okay. Okay. I see now. Cool. Guys, if you saw a video I posted earlier, I posted 2 videos. If you saw the second one I posted, then you will know that my book came in, the Book of Enoch. Oh my God. It is from the Apocrypha. These are like some of the missing books in the Bible, from the Bible. And so I read the foreword on a video earlier, and it explained that the Book of Enoch is used in theological and for educational purposes. It's not anything that people really use to live by. However, it is a book of clarity. It's a book of explanation. It's a book of foundation setting. So it's a book of explanation. There's a word I used in my other video that really, oh my goodness. Anyway, but it sets the precursor for what we read or getting ready to read. So I don't know the chronological order where Enoch is supposed to go in the Bible. But the reason I'm saying all this and reading it is because on my search for the truth, I want all of the evidence that I need so I can form my own decision about church and religion. Because you already know how I feel about both. But we ain't going into that because this ain't what that's about. But I do want y'all to know that I have this book. So I will be doing some videos as I read this. I'm going to read this along with the biblical references they have. I'll read that with my King James and maybe my other Bible that I might have. I've heard a lot about the Apocrypha. I spelled that wrong. I've been interested in checking it out. Yeah, it's very, just from some little bit of research that I've done, I'm like, why do people leave this out? This is like stuff that people like me needs when reading the Bible. It explains so much. Like it gives me the bigger picture. It gives me like, oh, now I understand why A, B, and C was said or was written or was not written. You know what I mean? I get it now. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I'm excited that I got my book. There's I'm going to get the whole Apocrypha soon. So I'm excited. I can't wait to read it. But there is something else, y'all, that came to mind. Santi, I don't know how you are with religion and church. I don't know where your beliefs are. This might make you mad, or I don't know. After studying other religions, okay, we might be friends for real. And after studying other religions, I concluded that it's personal and you worship the way that works for you and doesn't hurt other people. Absolutely. And most religions have that as a foundation. Don't hurt other folks. I mean, sometimes, why ain't gonna call them no religions because then I'm gonna get canceled. But most of the religions mirror, like Christianity mirrors some aspects of Muslim. They share some of the same aspects, some of the same values. Some things are different, some beliefs are different, but for the majority, if you get to the core of everything, the religions are the same at the core. Everything else is decoration. Sorry. Now you made me forget what I was going to say. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Dadgummit. Let me read the comment. Maybe that was. She said, I've heard about the Apocrypha, spelled wrong. I've been checking out. For other religions, I included that it's personal. Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was something. Dadgummit. Can't remember. But yeah, I'm gonna get the Apocrypha. I got the Book of Enoch. Oh, that's what it was. So in doing some research, y'all, it's like, I probably shouldn't say this because y'all gonna think I'm a heretic. Y'all gonna think I'm just a lunatic. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. No, I was not. No, ma'am, I was not about to say that. I was going to say that history is always written from the point of view of the victor. And so as I look at religion and Christianity in general, even the story of Jesus, oh my God, I'm about to get myself in so much trouble. Woo, woo, Lord. But I'm going to say it anyway. Christianity is a Jewish religion. It's about a Jewish Jesus, a Jewish group of people who killed their Jewish Jesus, who said he's coming back for the Jews, although he died for the Jews and the Gentiles. I get it. You know, I hear what you're saying. But it's a Jewish religion. I'm gonna get, y'all know well, ain't nobody gonna send me, y'all don't talk to me like that. Y'all not deep thinking like that. So I ain't worried about nobody saying nothing to me about it. My spiritual beliefs are based on freedom and personal accountability. Religion to me is more about, woo, child, when I tell you, when I looked into the origin of religion and why religion became what it is, this is the exact reason why we have organized religion. It was created to control the people and the money. The Romans. When I heard that, I was like, you mother, I said, they done got us. You sons of bees. Y'all done got us. And I know ain't nobody gonna believe me. Nobody's gonna accept that. Church folks are innately glued to the Bible. It's the only word of God. It's the direct word of God. People say it's the inspired word, but they treat it like it's like God took a pen and wrote it himself. They act like it hasn't been translated down through thousands and hundreds of years. Stuff was put in and taken out. Woo, girl, I got so mad. I got so upset. So am I saying we're worshiping the Jewish God? Yes. But I'm not saying God is Jewish. That's not what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand me. We're worshiping, we're using the Jewish belief of what God is what I'm saying. If y'all read the Bible, you'll know I'm right. If you read it, if you study it, you will know I'm right. Since the beginning, spiritual worship was taken over for control. Yep. Once only certain people could be holy, it was case closed. And then, so that just explains so much, like the rules and how the setup is and the kind of mentality we have today. Oh my God, the thread of evilness, because Romans were evil folks. I don't care what nobody said. They was mean as hell. If you didn't do what they said, if you didn't believe like they believed, if you didn't follow their rules, their laws, baby, they would get rid of you. A child, they didn't play. The Romans didn't play. You see what they did to Jesus. It wasn't the Jews that killed him. It was actually the Romans. What you on here lying about? I'm lying about how the Jews didn't kill Jesus. It wasn't the Jews that killed him physically. It was the Romans that killed him. But the Jews were the one that said crucify. It was their mouths. It removed us from our, and Chino, we're talking about like the origin of religion and control and other stuff. We're talking about a lot of stuff. It removed us from our personal relationship with God for the source, and made good and evil an outside source instead of something we had control of ourselves. Oh, now you talking my language. Okay, so do you say, excuse me, Kat, excuse me. Would you agree or disagree with the philosophy or the thought that God and the devil are concepts and not actual beings? I've heard that before. Oh, that's obvious. Pastor Greg taught about that in many sermons. But yeah, Roman Catholic is a whole beast. For real. They didn't play. It was almost like I ain't gonna say the word because then they might come get me. But yeah, and also, Chino, we were talking about how, like, well, I was saying, because I ordered a book. It's called the Book of Enoch. It's from the Apocrypha, which is some of the missing or the books that were taken out of the Bible. And this book is not used, from what the forward read, it's not used as something as life lessons to live by. Although I think that there's some stuff in here that we could glean from. He said that, or it said that it is used as a teaching tool, historical and theological markers. And my thought was, why in the heck would they take something out that explains something that's explanatory? Why would you take it out of the Bible? If it explains something, why would you take it out? Then that got me to thinking, okay, it was taken out for a reason. Why was it taken out? And then I was like, so why was religion created then? Who wrote the Bible? Why did they write it? Why was religion created? And it just led me down a rabbit hole. And when I found out the story behind it, I was like, you know what? They still don't play. They have their own country and protect the Pope like he's gold. You right about that. You're absolutely right. They don't play. They will get you. They didn't take it out. It just wasn't attached to the series of other books. Right. And also, so you are right, because it actually, the original, how do I want to say it? So when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, it wasn't found with that. It was found a second period of time, which I can't remember what it's called. That's when the Book of Enoch, the books of Enoch, was found in the Apocrypha. And I forgot the time period that they named it and what it was called. But you're right. It wasn't in the original. It was found later. Dead Sea Scrolls. I agree that they aren't beings. They are parts of our makeup that we have to deal with. Okay. Our root and natural instincts that are carnal and based on survival without real rules. And our consciousness that thinks beyond instincts and concentrates on higher thought, grace, and what's good for society. Okay. Isn't Enoch a slave that was casted away? I don't know if Enoch was a slave. I just know that in the Bible, he was taken up. He didn't see death. He was the one that didn't see death. The chariot came and got him. I think that's what happened. No, he was transfigurated into the heavens. Okay, Santia. So you say, so you agree with the thought that God and the devil are concepts and not necessarily actual beings. Concepts and structure and inter-spiritual structures and setups within us is what you're saying. Am I right? Yeah, and it was super old. Truth be told, there are many books and scribes that aren't attached to the series. That is so true. More like forces, right? Okay. I can see that. And so with some of the stuff that I'm finding out, I'm like, and so I agree with you, Santia, a little bit. I'm a little on that side too, as well. Like, because do I believe that there is a God being somewhere or something that created us? Yes, I do. I do believe that there is a being, whether we call it God or not. I don't know what it is, but I believe it's a being. And for the purposes of the conversation and my beliefs, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's God. We're gonna call it God because that's all I can call it right now. But I also believe that Cat? Oh, okay. I had to make sure she wasn't up to no good. Should be told, there are many books. Oh, sorry, we already read those. More like forces. I would agree, YouTube, but nobody knows the afterlife. Very true. I do believe there is the creator and a heaven and hell. And so that was another thing that somebody brought up. Is heaven and hell real? There's like, or is it just a figment of our imagination? So like when we die, the way we live is indicative of how we're going to die, if that makes sense. It's indicative of our afterlife. So if you live like hell, when you die, you're going to go to a mental type of hell, not a physical type. And I was like, okay, I get that. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. It does make sense. We spend our lives living and thinking a certain way. And so when you die, all of those memories, all those experiences are still in your mind. It's in your head. So, and your brain does stay active. I think it's what, 10 seconds, 5 seconds after you die, after you die. So maybe, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say yes. I'm like, hey, it makes sense. But then I don't know, because I've never been dead. And then I've seen these videos about people who's talking about they've been to heaven and they've been to hell. I don't believe none of that, because if you believe the Bible, no man outside of the ones in the Bible that God has, John and Paul didn't even, I don't know if Paul had that experience or not. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I've never been dead. Where do our souls go? I don't know. But I ain't never been dead. But yeah, so now I'm like, so I was watching Reverend Ike, and he says the same thing, Cynthia, about how it's an inward thing. It's not about some man up in the sky. That stuff I don't believe. I don't believe God is up there. Jesus didn't even teach that God is up there like that. He taught that his spirit is in us. He taught about the indwelling, like, I'm with you, I'm in you. If he is in you and you are in him, he always used that inward type. He always had that inward type of view. And so I do believe that, a lot of people are just praying to some person or something up in the sky, when maybe it really is an inward relationship sort of thing. God is in us. That even the name Jesus, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with, God is in, God is with. He's with. Sometimes you got to break it down to the elementary, you know what I mean? For people to really get it, because the folks really thinking that there is a being up in the sky. We think he's past the space and the moon and all. Child, it's way bigger than what we think it is. And I promise you, I learned that just from studying the origin of religion. And there is a God, there is a being, there is something that created all this. We call it God. Other religions call it something else. But the way we going about it ain't the way our minds are. We just so far off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off on my tangent. Let's see. Heaven and hell are how your life can be on earth while you're alive. Right. The concept was once again taken by the religious dictatorship and used as a scare tactic for obedience. You are absolutely right. Oh, you do some studying. Oh, you do some reading. Oh, so you smart. Oh, so you want to know stuff. Oh, so you read. You make your life heaven or hell by your choices. Lord have mercy. So I'm talking to Reverend Ware. This is Minister Ware. I know things. I know things, right? Come on, Minister Ware, Evangelist Ware. First jurisdictional prelate of the second jurisdictional around the corner Baptist Church, pastor. Oh my Lord, how long have I been on? Oh, I've been on an hour? Oh my God. But yeah, I cannot wait to get into that book. And I know a lot of my friends don't believe like I believe, and they probably think I have lost my mind, but I promise you I have not. If you just do some digging, just some studying. And what I'm learning is it's not changing anything about my salvation. It's actually drawing me closer to what I need to know. Esquire. I know that's right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Esquire. Yeah, but it's freeing me up. That's freedom. When you know the truth. The Bible even says, Jesus, I think it was Jesus, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Oh, one other thing about this book that lets me know it's pretty legitimate is because the original, or it's, okay, it talks about it being written in Aramaic and translated from Aramaic, which means that's the language that Jesus spoke when he was, well, that's the language as close as we can get is Aramaic, but actually Jesus spoke something else. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Oops. But yeah, so I cannot wait. I can't wait. Y'all, I want you all to take some time. Don't forget, next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, after we done did all this talking about how to don't let what I say influence you all. I want you all to believe what you need to believe. Do your thing. We ain't gonna argue about it. I'm gonna respect you. You respect me. We can even talk about it because you might sway my mind some type of ways about some stuff, you know? So it ain't even like that with me. I love conversation. I love talking about deep subjects. I love opening the mind. I love expanding the mind. I love challenging conversations. I love talking to intelligent people like DJ and Santia. People who think, not just take what people say as surface. My daddy told my dad's last, my daddy told his wife that you can't tell me nothing and I just believe it. He said, he called me by my nickname at the time, but he said, so-and-so is going to go and search. He's going to go find it out and see if it's true. And he's absolutely right. Anyway, Squirrel. Next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 2533. That's Cornerstone Community of Faith, 2533 East Harry. There will be a workshop, an old school, church style workshop and concert. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 6:30. 2533 East Harry. Only $10. If you don't have it, let me know. I will give it to you. Yes, I will. You will be blessed. You will be blessed. This is going to be sponsored by the Bishop Eric Copes and the Community of Faith Church. And the clinician is DeAndre Rogers. You guys will get good music. You're going to hear good singing. And you will have a great experience. Trust me, you will. So I encourage you all to go. Santia, I thank you so much for talking to me, girl. I like you. We friends. You don't know that, but we friends. I'm going to be off center. I cannot with you. I cannot with you. I cannot with you. Girl, where you going to be? Well, where you going to be? Let me know. I'll be there. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, I'm going because, like I said, I grew up in church. You probably grew up in church too. But I like gospel music. I like church. I like the church experience. And besides DeAndre and Reverend Copes, Bishop Copes are my friends. I consider them my acquaintance friends. DeAndre's a musician friend. Copes is a minister friend, So I'm supporting them. And so I just want to go. Why not? I ain't got nothing else to do. What church did you go to? Oh, crap. But I can cut this. I can cut this and put this in pieces. What time is it? Am I over my limit? Ooh, I got 2 minutes. Guys, let me go. Santia, I will talk to you on another day. I got to go because I only can do an hour on here. This will let me, well, actually, yeah, I can cut it. Never mind. I can cut it. It's no big deal. I always love the revivals. Oh my God. When I first moved here, because I wasn't used, hey Juanita, because I wasn't used to the simultaneous revivals. In Cleveland, we didn't have those. So when I got here and I was a part of that, my mind was blown. Number one, because I like to learn. And so the education that we were getting in the classes, even as kids, I was like, I like this. I like this learning. On top of the preaching, the whole revival experience, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun until I got behind the scenes and found out the dirt. Never, piece of advice, never meet your stars. Never meet your idols. It will jack you up every time. They always mess up your view of them because they're human. They're people. Yeah, you're going to be there for a while. Juanita, what's up? I didn't come to church last Sunday, but I'm coming this Sunday. I can't do church 2 weeks in a row, child. That's going to mess up my Baptist. I got good Baptist. And why are you throwing your eyes at me? Oops. I was looking for you. Yeah, no, I went to St. Mark a week ago, whatever it was, and then I was like 2 weeks in a row. Then I worked Saturday. Sunday's my only day off, and it's like that again this week, but it's okay. It's okay. I was going to go to the concert Saturday, but I'm not going. I can only do one service, like a big service a week on a weekend. I don't know. I don't know. Something's telling me I should go, so I think I might go. I might go ahead and go. I don't know. I still haven't made up my decision yet. Who's singing this Sunday at your church? Does Brad? Do you guys have a youth choir or young adult choir? You goofy. You going? I would like to go. I don't know. But like I was saying earlier, I'm not a fan of all of them like that. Hezekiah Walker, I'm a fan of, for sure. Out of all of them, Hezekiah Walker, I like, and maybe Donnie McClurkin. I mean, there's a few more of his songs that I like than the rest of them. I don't really like all of them. Brad is singing. Okay. When I go to church, I go to the one Jermaine Milton sings at. It's off of Oliver, I think, across from the mortuary. Yeah. New Life. Pastor Hayes. Hezekiah be getting it, don't he? I'm going to do another gospel video edition, but I'm doing youth choirs this next time. And Hezekiah Walker had a youth choir. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Juanita, am I going to be able to take pictures and shoot a video at your church? Not a video. I know how. I'm going to leave that alone. Let me mind my business. I'm going to go to church with an open mind. I'm going to go to hear some good music. Juanita, I only got like 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. If y'all don't grab me, my attention in 20, 30 minutes, I'm out of there. No, it's no big deal. It is nothing serious. It is nothing serious. I can check into that. Okay. I need to get off of here. I don't rewound my show 4 times and I want to watch it before bed. Girl, I understand you 100%. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yes, you know. All right. Have a good night. I'm going to get off of here too. Thank you all for watching with me and talking to me. Y'all don't know how much I love you all for doing that. I love it when y'all talk to me. I love it. It makes me feel like I have friends. Don't forget, next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6:30 at Cornerstone Community of Faith, 2533 East Harry Street, there will be a workshop, an old school workshop, church style workshop and concert. It's only $10 to get in. If you don't have it, let me know. I will give it to you. Oh, I know you are. You better be. But yeah, I might have to start going to live a little later. I really don't have like set days anymore that I go live. I just go live when I have something to talk about. And I was going to go live and talk about Monique and her son's relationship, but that is none of my business, even though it's in the public. That's not something that I really want to talk about because I don't think it's just not something I want to talk about. You know, I'm not into celebrity gossip, and I feel like that's family stuff. They should work that out behind closed doors, and it's none of my business for me to go digging in their business. So I'm not talking about that. Oh, look at my shirt. Oh, my goodness. How come y'all didn't tell me? I was looking all ghetto. You ain't my friend. You let me look ghetto. I'm just kidding. But, what was I talking about? So, yeah. I forgot what I was talking about. But anyway. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Next week, take some time. Actually, now you can take some time to hit like, share, subscribe, follow, tag somebody, let them know that there is somebody online who thinks like they think and wants to talk about it. I have another video I'm going to play on the going out. I want you all to enjoy it. Take some time to have a good night. Take some time to have a good night. And I love you all for watching.